Would you please sit down? Ruby begged. It's making me nervous that you're the only one standing. Yeah, sorry. Matt went to sit in the only spot that was still open, on the other side of the new guy. I guess we just wait it out, Brandon shrugged. I'm sure they have a whole boatload of people trying to figure out how to fix the floats. The room fell silent for a while as everyone reflected on their own thoughts about the situation. What's your name? Matt turned to the new guy. Zach, the boy responded thoughtfully. I'm Matt, he replied, and then they fell into silence once more. Why aren't you in your room? Matt looked up at Deirdre curiously. It's full. Why? Do you want me to leave? He responded in his normal, quick, nervous voice. No, of course not. I was just curious. There wasn't much talk as the hours drug on, and soon it was past midnight. I guess we should get ready for bed, Matt spoke finally. You girls could take the bed upstairs. Us guys can sleep on the couch. Shelby nodded and instantly stood to head upstairs. She hadn't said hardly a word since she had announced the death of her boyfriend. Liv and Ruby decided to follow her up. I'll tuck her in and come back down, Liv said to Matt over her shoulder as she began walking towards the stairs with the other girls. You should stay up there and comfort her, Matt suggested sympathetically. I need to take a shower anyway. Liv didn't even bother looking back at him as they began to ascend the long curved stone stairs that led up to the top floor. A flash of light startled everyone as Deirdre wordlessly disappeared. Instinctively, everyone checked to make sure that he hadn't disconnected. Apparently, an opening had come up in his room, and he had seized the opportunity to take it. It was rare that he announced that he was leaving anyway. I'm going to go see if I can find out more information about what's going on, Roland said, and then portaled out of the room almost as quickly as Deirdre. That's not a bad idea, Cade noted. I think I'll do a bit of looking around too. Plus, no offense, but I'm not really interested in sleeping on the couch. I'll see you guys in the morning. I've had similar thoughts, but one of us has to stay here. Without a moderator in the room, we might not be able to get back in. Brandon hinted that Matt would have to hold down the fort. It's fine, Matt replied. I don't really feel like being alone tonight. You guys go find out whatever you're hoping to find out and just let me know whenever you want to come back. Peace! Cade held up 2 fingers before taking his leave. See you later, Brandon waved quickly before disappearing as well. Almost as fast as the boys left, they were replaced by new people, all with sullen expressions. Liv came downstairs and joined Matt back on the couch. I need to take a shower too, he commented, realizing that he hadn't even changed out of his zombie-killing outfit yet. Matt waited as his clothes shifted off and on, until he was dressed down into his black skinny jeans. Dude, put on a shirt, one of the strangers said, somehow offended by the fact that Matt was shirtless. Dude, I own this room. If you don't like it, then leave. Matt narrowed his eyes at the tall, anorexically thin boy who was complaining. For some reason, it was popular to have sickeningly skinny characters in the game. Matt never understood it. No one wants to see your nipples. I do, Zach butted in, and then his cheeks flushed pink with embarrassment. I do too, Liv glared at the thin boy. I think he looks sexy. Well, I think he looks like a fag, the boy spat. Das Boot to you, Matt said, and the troublemaker disappeared. There was no light to announce his departure. When a person was ejected from a room by a moderator, they simply disappeared, kicked back into whatever safe zone they had originally portaled from. What an ass, Zach commented, staring at the space where the thin boy once sat. You would think that in the midst of a catastrophe such as this, people wouldn't be dicks over such trivial things, Matt added. Oh well, Zach nodded in reply. Well, I'm going to go take my shower. Liv leaned over to give Matt a kiss on the cheek before standing up to head across the room where the shower was. Wish I could join you, he called back to her and then followed it up with a low, cat-like growl. Liv giggled as she stepped into the bathroom and closed the door behind herself. Are you two together? Zach asked as soon as Liv was safely out of earshot, noticing that Matt was still staring at the bathroom door, as if he were trying to force his eyes to follow her in. Oh no, I'm single, Matt smiled at Zach, though the effort looked half-hearted. You guys just act like a couple, Zach commented. It's complicated. A small brown plastic